When you go into the federal government and you start heavy-handedly butchering every program, everything that you don't like, you will not be popular and your actions will not be popular. This is the case with America's unelected president, Mr. Elon Musk. So Ipsos poll from February 18th, so fairly recently, says approval of Musk shutting down federal programs he decides are unnecessary. Disapprove, 52%. Approve, 26%. 26 is half of 52, guys. Not a good look for President Musk. So yeah, I think people can smell the BS in the air. People can smell that Elon Musk, can put up this pretext of, oh, I'm just going in to cut out the waste, fraud, and abuse. I'm going to save all the taxpayers' money because of this nonsense that our agencies and our deep state bureaucrats are spending money on. They're spending money on transgender pink dolphin belly dancing in Zimbabwe, but we got to save taxpayer money by cutting that spending. No. People recognize that you are full of baloney, Elon Musk. People recognize that you've got a pretext going on there and there is corruption going on. At least I hope that's the case. I mean, with numbers like these, you've got to imagine that people are not too fond and are not buying what he's putting down. He's not the most convincing guy when it comes to rhetoric, so maybe his press conference really didn't help him that much. Trump is more of the rhetoric guy, but also plenty of Americans don't really trust Trump even if they voted for him. They voted for him because they wanted someone to lower prices, but they don't necessarily trust him. They don't find him to be a credible guy. So yeah, you've got some of the least credible, least trustworthy people running the government. One of them happens to be the richest person on the planet. And yeah, the response from the American people is, this smells like corruption. This smells like nonsense. He claims that, oh, these are just unnecessary, guys. I just want to save you taxpayer money. And yeah, they evaluate it and they don't buy it. So this is going to be very triggering to Elon Musk's army on X, who, whenever you criticize Elon Musk and you point out the corruption and you point out that people are dying as a result of these government cuts, not only are people losing their jobs through Trump's firing, but people are also dying. A woman died as a result of the USAID cuts, lack of oxygen. So Elon Musk is out here killing people, basically, leading to people's deaths. And I think people see that that's problematic. They might not know all the granular bits and details about how government works. They aren't all law students who took administrative law or anything like that. But they talk to their friends and family members who lost their job. They talk to people who have had their government benefits cut. It's like, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Really, you hand over the government to the wealthiest person on the planet, the federal government. He's in the IRS. Also, it's tax season, by the way. How are people gonna feel about this guy being in the IRS? How are people gonna feel about their returns? Are people really gonna trust that? Are people gonna trust Elon Musk and his team of Doge sycophants to handle their tax returns properly? Really? I don't think so. I mean, this guy is simply not trustworthy. Actually, there's more evidence of this. Tesla sales have been plummeting as a result of Elon Musk's behavior. And in fact, there are even some people in MAGA who are wise enough to admit that Elon Musk is not doing popular stuff and he's not popular. So he and Doge, with their cuts, the MAGA people see that and they're like, okay, I personally like it on an ideological level because they think that shrinking the federal government is amazing. The federal government is bad. The state governments should have all the power. And yeah, the federal government is just doing waste, fraud, and abuse in their eyes. But they say, while they like it, they admit that it's unpopular. They admit that it doesn't bode well with the American public. And so they're already predicting that in the midterms, things might not look very good. The Republicans might get their butts kicked. The Democrats might take the House or might take the Senate. So when Republicans, diehard MAGA Republicans, people who usually defend Elon Musk, are saying, yeah, this is not popular, they're wise enough to admit that. It's like, this is a bad look, bro. This is a bad look. And yeah, obviously, just because something is unpopular does not mean that it's inherently wrong. There was a time when slavery was popular. But, it's like, is this thing, do people don't like it for a reason. They don't like it because they can sense the corruption. There's just such a prima facie case for corruption with this arrangement that Trump has with Elon Musk. I mean, it's painfully obvious. He's stopping these administrative agencies which are launching investigations into him. He's trying to get away with something. He's trying to get something. He's trying to get money. He's trying to get out of crimes he's committed, get out of corruption. There are serious downsides to having this type of arrangement in your federal government. Unfortunately, the federal government, while it can be shredded fairly easily, it takes quite a bit to build back up. So, the next administration is going to have quite a bit of cleaning house to do. I don't think the first Trump administration came close to butchering the federal government quite as much as the second Trump administration. And for all the first Trump administration's flaws, they weren't really focused on that. They were focused on other stuff. They were more institutionalist than this Trump administration, which is just full of loyalists and lackeys, blind sycophants, people like Kash Patel in the FBI who are election deniers, people who will choose Trump over seemingly anything. At this point, I think it's fair to say. So no principles, just butcher federal government, and they're butchering it in order to enrich themselves. They're butchering it in order to hurt regular Americans and help the uber wealthy. That's the common theme of Trump's presidency. And that does not bode well with the average American. The average American is not going to see how policy like this is going to lower their prices. It's not going to lower their grocery bills. It's not going to lower the egg prices, which have zoomed up to about $7. $7 as of recently. Gas prices, again, looking like they're going to soar. So yeah, prices by all measures are not down. But you know what is down? The federal government's efficiency, the strength of the federal government, the scope of the federal government, the ability of the federal government to help fix problems across the country, natural disasters, preventing scams, the CFPB. It's getting butchered as a result of Elon Musk. And people see that. That's why they are not responding well to it. That's why Elon Musk's policies are not popular. That's why Elon Musk himself is not popular. Even among Republicans, fewer of them want Elon Musk mingling with the federal government, running things his way, getting involved, than did back in November 2024. And who knows, maybe it was a little bit of a sugar high back in November that they were like, oh yeah, Trump won and Trump's friends with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk was standing behind Trump at that rally, jumping up and down, and he seems like a cool guy. I'm sure that he could run things really well. And then the reality starts to set in. It's like, oh shoot, oh no, oh he's gutting the agencies that help me out, he's gutting the government, he's putting our government to shame, basically, just making a mockery of it, and Trump's going to staff it all with loyalists, and they're going to be unable to get anything done. So he's really going to war against government efficiency, not in favor of government efficiency. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of buyer's remorse with regards to the Trump election, but we are very early on. It's still kind of this honeymoon period, if you could call it that. 53% approval rating was one recently that was quite notably high, but it's going to wear off, and it's going to wear off hard. Trump will not know what hit him when his honeymoon phase wears off. Elon Musk won't know what hit him. He's already struggling, and he's already trying to distance himself from Doge a little bit. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been The More the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.